Good morning, dreamers. We're coming in live from beautiful Pekin, Indiana.
Don't have to be quite so loud.
My baby cakes. Hey, y'all. We hope you're having an awesome holiday season. We hope your holidays were everything you hoped for and more. But we got some late Christmas cards that we get to open up to start off this coffee chat. Mama Dreams, go ahead.
Got our card from Canada.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she decorated. What is this, a little Santa Claus?
Yeah, and
A little old Santa Claus and some
snowflakes.
snowflakes are in it, y'all.
I like that.
Yeah, Miss Jennifer. We're going to send hers back out. Hers came back returned to sender. Apparently, we put one number wrong on it. So we're going to send hers back out. Yeah. But it's going to be on the way, ma'am. Don't you worry. She was gracious enough. She told folks that we're getting them back not to worry about sending them back out. But it ain't nothing but a thing. We'll drop it in the mail to you. All right.
Season's greetings.
Thank you, Miss Tambry and Mr. David. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We have so many cards on our board.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love this. It's old-fashioned, but I love it. And the coolest part was, this year people signed up for the Christmas card exchange so that their kids could get to experience getting Christmas cards in the mail. That was really cool. It's, I think it says Andy and Cyrus. What's the front of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Awesome. Merry Christmas, y'all.
You didn't open this one?
I cut the top for you, baby. I cut the top on all of them to save time.
My bad.
This one's from Thomas Russell.
Oh,
That's cool. They made a light
yeah,
bulb.
look at that.
And it's signed by the kiddos. I like it.
Aww.
I'll punch a little hole in it and we'll throw that on the
Yeah.
Christmas tree next year, y'all.
Yep.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Copper.
Mr. Copper.
Oh. This one has an ornament.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. A little star. It's Jenny.
I love it.
Hey, Jenny, I like your Christmas card. That's cool.
We did not send our faces out this year.
No, we did not.
Matter of fact, we took our picture late, but that's because we got the kids.
Yeah, we'll do better about it next year, y'all.
Oh, I love it.
That's cool.
This is from Amber.
That's from Amber. Oh.
Oh, thanks, guys. I love the little animals. Maybe that's what your tattoo should be. Minus like the Christmassy.
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to get a truck bed full of animals for my next tattoo. Speaking of tattoos, I've been itching for a while. It's been well over a year since I've gotten a tattoo.
That's not.
Yes, it has.
I did not.
When did we get these? When did we get those? It's been over a year.
But we got our Jack and Sally later in the year.
I thought those were the last ones we got.
Nope, Jack and Sally.
Oh. It feels like it's been over a year. If you're a tattoo addict like moi, you want to get them all the time. You just can't afford them. But I already know what the next one's going to be. I'm going to get a really super cool honeybee.
Oh,
That's what I'm going to be.
Honeybee.
Yeah. Mama Dreams, what have we been doing all week long? Y'all can't see it because it's off camera. Apple butter.
The kids are so sick of apples. Apples and apples and apples.
It's a lot of peeling, a lot of chopping up, a lot of cooking.
Honestly,
down.
the peeling is the biggest part. Even with a peeler. I said we need to get another one.
Yeah,
so
we
have
will.
two to
We'll
go
have two next
to
time.
double it. But that's probably the biggest part. It's been fun seasoning them and
Oh yeah,
tasting them.
so she's using a secret ingredient that only us and a local family know, and we're not going to share it with you. But it makes it top-notch apple butter, y'all.
But
It's
yeah,
awesome.
we've got a lot. Today, since we do not have a lot of activities after work and Sophie gets home fairly early tonight, I'm going to try my hand at apple pie filling, canning apple pie filling. So if anybody has any recipes, feel free to share it. I do not have clear gel, so if anybody uses that, I do not have it. and I don't plan to go anywhere today. I did see one that had, I guess, cornstarch for it to help with it, to do the thickening agent, but so I'm going to try my hand at that. So Chase and I had originally talked about, before the new year, learning one new thing a month, and it was supposed to be my sourdough. We were supposed to do sourdough, but apparently apples. Canning apples and making different apple stuff.
That's what I say.
Is
And this was a blessing though. Mary, well, really it started with Terry Benning from her produce auction. She posted and let everyone know in the group that Upper Room Cafe in Osgood was going to have a truckload of apples in. And then also honeydew melons. We were working Friday when they were originally supposed to have them.
took the kids home Saturday.
Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't remember yesterday.
We were
did
working
Saturday.
Friday.
It's all a blur.
Then it moved to Saturday, but
Yep.
then we had to take the kids all the way back. We meet in Tennessee as a halfway point to their mom for the kids. So
They
we
gave
were
Maddie back,
we
yeah.
were gone all day.
We didn't get home till after midnight. But anyhow, so Mary Sims, another dreamer and a friend of ours, was like, I got a bunch of apples, y'all. So she dropped us off a whole half a pallet of apples.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing all we can to process these things so they don't go to waste. I felt like Redneck Santa Claus yesterday because I spent my lunch break riding around giving apples and melons to neighbors and friends. And then after work, I went and delivered some more apples and melons to friends and neighbors because I just really didn't want these to go to waste. It's such a blessing. So we're just doing all we can to preserve as much of the apples as we can for our own use, obviously.
We also got apples while we were out at a apple place that we found in Crosby.
Yep, Cosby, Tennessee,
And-
Carver's Apple Orchard.
Their
We
food
got
is
we got a bushel and a half of them. We didn't know if we were going to be able to get any of these
Yeah.
apples, so we had already gotten those.
well.
But those are keepers. Those will be fine all the way through April.
Those are winter.
They're good
Keep in
storing
winter.
apples. Yeah.
We had originally got a bunch of apples in summertime and sweet potatoes. But of course, my son burnt those up to a crisp.
He wanted you to have fried apples, Mama.
So we went. It was a great opportunity taking the kids. We got to go back, and they did have another box of sweet potatoes and a box, or we got apples.
Mm-hmm.
A half a bushel and a bushel, right? Of apples. So
Yep.
it was. Did we get anything else extra?
Yeah.
We did get more honey.
I got honey because their honey's really good and very cheap, actually. I got honey.
Oh, and we did get their apple butter.
We tried their apple butter and it's pretty good, but it ain't as good as this. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It ain't as good as this, and I'm not being biased.
Ours is really good.
And it's only because of that secret ingredient.
We no, we really like there though. It's got like a little produce part. It's got the restaurant, and then it has a candy store on it as well. It was and the food is fairly.
Everything's fairly priced.
Fairly
to be honest
priced.
with you, yeah. I even got one of their. They call it ghost ketchups. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
You haven't
try
tried
that
that.
out. Yeah. Just because it was such a cheap thing to try, you know. I'm always willing to try something new, but even more so if it's very cheap and affordable.
He is. He's not lying.
Yeah.
So back to the whole we're trying something new each month. Are you guys doing any of that? Have you guys decided this year would be one of those that each month you'll try something new, try your hand in something new? And if so, what are you starting and what plans do you have for the year?
It's a year of learning for us, and it's going to
Yes.
be cool. Mama James is being a little bit stubborn. I told her we have like 45 really experienced sourdough makers in the group, and she was like, I want us to try just us
This
first.
is something I want to do on my own.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna try to painfully find time. Is the hardest part is finding time to do it. But we're gonna try that. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yep.
She's been watching lots and lots of TikToks on sourdough.
They're on. I've got them saved, and there's like beginner TikTokers and on it and stuff. And I know I have you guys, but just something I want to. It's one of those things where I can have 510 people tell me about it all day long, and tell me how they do it and what they do, and that's great. But if I don't do it, and I'm not gonna learn it, and I know it's not hard, but something about my brain makes it a little harder than it needs to be.
It's not that it's hard. I think it's just intimidating because it's something new. I think that's what it is.
And it is a little time consuming.
Yeah.
But I have like big plans for all the discards I keep telling you about, like crackers and bagels and stuff like that. So it's just a matter of getting it done. Everybody just say a little prayer for us. We have hopefully something big coming our way. Hopefully, I said everything happens for a reason. And once we get down to hopefully the final details and it actually, like, for sure we have it closed, we will share the big news. But just pray for us and keep us in your thoughts on it, that if it's meant to be, that it's going to be. We've waited a long time for something like this. So we'll see. Sorry I can't share more news, but I don't want to also...
Yeah, don't count
Jinx
your eggs
it.
till you hatch, all that kind of thing. Also, speaking of prayers, y'all pray for Mama Dream. She's got surgery tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've taken the whole day off because we're going to finally have a little bit of time to finish laying the second layer of subfloor down. I want to put 2 layers of subfloor down just to balance, or not balance, but level the transition from rooms to rooms out a little bit, because I installed the floor joists in that room where the last ones were, and then put a layer of subfloor, but I didn't account for the fact that they had 3 inches of multiple layers of floors built up in that room.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little step down, which there's nothing wrong with a step down into a room, but I'm putting another layer on. It'll make it stronger and it'll make it a little bit higher. So we're gonna get that done.
Yeah,
I told some friends yesterday when we dropped them off some honeydew melons. I was out of apples at the time. I didn't have more in the truck. I told them, come on by and get you some tomorrow. So they're going to come by hopefully before we leave. But if not, I told them I'd set them out a big box of them in the driveway for them. But we're going to get that floor done. And then she's got to go have surgery and she'll be recovering over the weekend. So if y'all can, pray for her that she's just not in any pain and no infection or anything sets in. And the same for our friends, the Ewings. Those folks, we love them to death, and they have been fighting sickness like, wow.
And they have a little baby. What,
Ted's a couple months old, yeah. So they've been dealing with a lot of sickness in their household, so please be with them. And then our friend Amber was supposed to have surgery tomorrow, like Mama Dreams, but instead hers got moved to Monday because her family had to deal with that pandemic thing. It made a circle around and postponed her surgery a little bit, yeah. So pray for her surgery too, that it goes well. But she's huge into all of the planning committee, all of the event stuff. She has been A1 since day one. She has really bought into the community and trying to grow community in her area in northern Indiana as well. So she's a big MVP in the team, and we really want things to go well for her and her to be able to get back on her feet and be as awesome as she can be. It's a hindrance when you're having issues with your hands and whatnot. So just pray for her too.
Dream team meeting on the 13th to get things in order for
finalizing
the summer,
the plans.
The June meet and greet weekend. It's gonna be a weekend event, so
it's gonna be one like you have never seen before, brother. Oh yeah.
We're already getting people for speakers and vendors, and that's fantastic. Keep them coming because it's a weekend long. So
yeah. So if you guys want to be a presenter, reach out. Let me know what you want to present on, and if it's a fit for us, we'll add you to the lineup. If you want to be a vendor, reach out, and again, we'll add you to the lineup. Mama Dreams and I are going the 15th. That's when it is. We've got an appointment to get our LLC and try to get all that stuff figured out so that we can really start delving into getting bigger and better sponsors for the events, so that the events are just even more amazing than in the past. But this summer event, y'all, the amount of fun and shenanigans we have planned is just, if you're athletic, come on out. If you're not athletic, come on out and watch the athletic folks and laugh at them.
Or try.
We've got some games and some events set up that are going to just
And if you've watched him, shenanigans
awesome.
Are his forte. So
it's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to have a lot of learning, a ton of socializing and networking opportunities. It's just going to be like a really cool family reunion. That's the way we've always tried to do it. And we kind of branched out from that and went really class heavy in the spring. And we were like, that ain't us. That ain't what we want to do. That's not the kind of atmosphere we want. We're going back to our roots and keeping it there. It's just a lot more fun. You know,
Excited about that.
we were blessed with 3 litters of piglets, y'all.
18, I think, is what I counted, is what we have total. 2 that are registrable and 1 that is completely unregistered.
We did it for y'all.
Litter.
We did it for y'all.
But yeah, 18 babies. Tippy tricked me. She
should have been the first.
She should have been the first, and she was the last. She has by far the sweetest. I don't know how they came out that way, but just very curious. Want you to engage with them, piglets.
Yeah, no shyness at all. I'm talking day one, that little white one.
They are cute as can be. We finally got our other Premier 1 light. I don't know if we're going to set it up and finally separate them.
We're going to, yeah. This weekend, me and the kids are going to work on it while it's raining. We can work on stuff in the barn in the rain.
These girls are just way too big for the pins. The stalls that we have, they were originally made for my goats and chickens, actually.
Yeah.
But... So we're going to separate them finally, because right now those babies really are there ping-ponging off of the moms, which is fine.
We've done that plenty of times, multiple sows raising piglets together.
And like I said, we marked Daisy's right before when I knew she was in labor. Like, there was no doubt that she was going to, and she ended up having them January 1. I would have really liked the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but
she wanted it the last day of 2023.
She waited until 1/1
of
24 to have her. So first litter of the year.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
They're all doing great. Cute little babies. So we'll have those tippies posted hopefully this afternoon. They get shots today. They're iron shots today. Pictures of them and.
But we won't know for a couple more weeks which ones will get registered. We got to get them grown up a little bit so we can really evaluate them. You know, there's a lot of different things to look at. You know, somebody was like, well, I thought if both parents are registered, the piglets get registered. Well, yeah, if you're irresponsible and you just want to register everything, you can definitely do that. But we only register anything that meets the breed standard, and it's got to meet it to a T. What are you doing, Copper?
He's playing. As you can see, my Christmas tree still is not down, but I haven't had time. It's not a priority. I like it. It's pretty.
I want it down so I can put the green stalk there, y'all, and start growing us some lettuce and stuff in the new front room.
But I guess maybe him and the kids will take it down this weekend.
I already had plans of that while I was asleep.
I really don't know how I'll be.
I've got to get a big Christmas tree bag, though, because that was in the garage.
No.
The one for this is in the house?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think.
Even better.
It's somewhere. But yeah. What else?
The girls started back to practices last night. We got the last one from practice at 9:15. It's going to be a crazy next 2 months. Thankfully, we'll get a little breathing room after March, but tournaments, basketball, practice, just all kinds of craziness with the kids and their sports.
Yeah. Dylan started back public school yesterday. He was happy to go back. I was sad. It was weird. He's been home since school got out last year in May, and he's been home. So I was like, I didn't have a fire starter. I didn't have a lot of things yesterday because he was gone. He may not always do things right, and he may be a pain in the tuchus, but he was a big help while we were busy, working on the desk, But so it was weird, but I'm glad he's back in school. He is in a class that's supposed to, I guess, help him. It's a credit recovery class or something that he's taking to make sure that he does still graduate on time. As of right now, he still is graduating next year, next May. So fingers crossed. He could have
graduated early if he had stuck with the homeschool plan. Just saying.
He wanted to go back to school and socialize. It's fine. It's good for him. He needed to go back, but he so fingers crossed and pray for him that he stays on task and takes it serious and he graduates next year, since he wanted to go back to school.
We were going to do a 2024 goals video, y'all, but honestly, with that big thing up in the air, our goals are very fluid at this moment. We don't really know what direction we're going to go in. The only goal that I for sure have is I'm hoping that my neighbor, who's the contractor man, can get that wall taken down. So
You said February.
Yeah, so we can get it opened up in here finally and finish this room.
Yeah.
But just finishing this room and the flooring in the other room that we had to put the subfloor down is pretty much my only set goals right now, just because everything else is so fluid at this moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Now, if that other thing comes to fruition, we'll do a goals video then, and if it doesn't, we'll still do a goals video. But
Till
we
then.
gotta wait and see what direction we're gonna be swimming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited, but nervous at the same time. So
I'm super excited.
I'm excited, but nervous too.
The whole "don't count your eggs before they hatch" thing. That's just the way life has gone for us. So we try to be as positive and manifest as much as possible, but at all times we always know that life happens, and it does happen a lot around here.
It really is just His will. That's it. If it's meant to be and meant to be our time, then that's what it's gonna be.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely. But guys and gals, we got to get logged in. We got to do some work for the man so we can pay the bills.
Yep. Sophie Lynn's getting braces in March, so I gotta pay for braces.
See, life happens. Anyhow, y'all, we love you. And as always, till next time.
Keep dreaming.